What's up, Soul Fam and everyone out there in the world? This is Spiritual Essence, and this is going to be a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising from the dates of July 4th to the 15th, first half of July. And this is a general message, and not everything that you're about to hear may resonate with your situation. If it doesn't, take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, with this being said, Leo is fixed file, being fixated on its own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Leo is born out of the 5th house of creative endeavors, expression, and entertainment. Now, I'm going to pull 9 cards out from the Celtic Oracle deck, including an overall card from the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to clarify the tarot deck. I'm going to clarify this deck with all these cards with the tarot Rider-Waite deck, and then pull 3 cards out from the Moonology Oracle deck. Now let's see what you guys got going on for the first half of July. Now, your overall card of the message of the reading is the King of Cups. So this is you being emotionally grounded. You being grounded in your emotions and not letting anything overwhelm you. Now, the first card that you get is the Temperance card. So this is saying that you are combining two things together and creating something from that combination, and a long pull, so to speak. Now, the second card that you get is the Hangman. This is a card of enlightenment or stagnancy. For some, it's an enlightenment. For others, it is stagnancy and waiting. But either or, the Hangman, which also can be tied to Temperance from combination and waiting to see what's going on, what's happening. Now, with the Hierophant, this is a commitment, and I feel like this is a commitment towards yourself and what you feel is right for you and for your highest good. Here's the challenge that we have, is the Tower. So something fell apart, something crumbled down, something is no longer useful for us, and the Tower has fallen. Alright, which brings us to the next part of the 5 of Swords, which is a sense of defeat. A lot of signs I've been reading has been going through endings, Tower moments, defeat moments, and the Sword, and you're no different with the Tower falling and the 5 of Swords coming out for defeat. But this is a defeat in a Tower moment that's had to happen to close out a cycle, to close out a karmic cycle, and this is the World card, which is a card of completion, karmic completion. Right, so you've completed a karmic cycle by letting the Tower fall and accepting defeat. Now, the next card that you get is the 10 of Swords, which also ties in with the Tower and the 5 of Swords, which is a painful ending. And you are committed to go to go and move forward with your highest good and for your highest good, which also leads to a completion, taking care of yourself and doing what's right for you. Now with the Eight of Swords, this can be feeling like you're trapped or isolated from feeling a sense of anxiety. But unlike the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is a woman tied up and blindfolded with 8 swords behind her, the swords are in the ground with her standing above them with her wings open and an arrow behind her. The arrow to me feels like intuition and you knowing what you need to do, but you might have some anxiety or worries about doing this and what you need to do. Now, the last card that you get is the Five of Wands. So there's some conflict, and you're fighting off this conflict, doing your best to solve this conflict. Now, let's clarify the overall in the King of Cups. The overall position, which we get the Nine of Pentacles. So you're grounded in your emotions because you are materially sufficient. Even though the tower is fallen and a sense of defeat is amongst you, and an ending has happened, you're doing your best to solve problems, and what's helping you is being staying grounded in your emotions due to being materially sufficient. Now, the Temperance card is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Now, Temperance is about combining two things together, and lawn pour meaning like creating something out of combining two things together. And you are waiting for these things to come to fruition and seeing what's growing out of it. Just because it doesn't look like nothing is coming out of it now doesn't mean that it's not going to in the future. With the Hangman, you get the Two of Swords. So you have a decision that you need to make which will break you out of stagnancy. And this decision with the Moon being here on the Two of Swords, follow your intuition, follow your gut, and follow what you feel you are being called to. And that's the decision that you will be needing and having to make. Now, with the Hierophant is the Hermit, which is seeking inner guidance and following intuition again. The Moon being on the Two of Swords, and the Hermit, following your intuition is the best thing for you right now. Following what's best for you is the best thing for you at this moment, and being committed to that. With the Tower, you get the Wheel of Fortune. So cycles have been happening, and you have let the Tower fall, and a new cycle is beginning by letting the Tower fall. With the Five of Swords, you get the Ten of Cups. So you felt the sense of defeat because there's no happiness in what you are at. The defeat comes from realizing that there isn't happiness in this happy home that you thought that there was. With the World card, you get the Fool. So the Fool is a new beginning, and accepting this new beginning, and accepting that you need to follow your intuition and your guidance, and just continue to work on yourself and moving forward. Don't worry about anybody else but yourself at this moment during the first half of July. And move in integrity based on what you feel is right. Now with the Ten of Swords, you get the Star card. So the Ten of Swords is an ending, and the Star is healing from that ending. So things have ended, but you can heal yourself. You have the capabilities of healing yourself. Right? Have confidence that you can move forward. Have confidence that everything's going to work out. And have faith that everything's going to work out. And push all thoughts and feelings aside that tell you that there is possibilities for it not to work out, because it will. And thoughts and feelings are not yours. They are merely influences due to outside, external people, places, and things. So focus on your healing from this ending. Now with the Eight of Swords, you get the Hangman. So you are in little anxiety because of what you've been enlightened to. And you're in a state of stagnancy because things in the past didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. And you're enlightened by this. Okay? Know that new begins in your heal. Accept the defeat. Accept the ending. Heal from the ending. Heal from this ending. And follow your intuition and be committed to following your intuition. Okay? During the first half of July. Excuse me. Anyways, let's see the Five of Wands and the Tower. So the Tower is everything crumbling down. You have two Tower cards here. So something big happened in recently, and this full moon in Capricorn was some intense energies and brought out a lot of truth to the situation of what's going on. So it's bringing you a little bit of conflict inside because of this Tower moment. Embrace this new beginning. Follow your intuition and what you feel called to go towards. Know that you are in a material sufficient place in your life. You have what you need. Stay grounded in your emotions. Accept this new cycle that you're going into, in this new beginning, and focus on healing from this painful ending. And everything will work out the way it's supposed to. The way, especially for your highest good. Now let's pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. So your first card that you get, Leo, is for Moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecasted. So know that a win-win outcome is forecasted when you move forward in this new beginning, and by listening to your intuition and being committed to following your intuition. No matter how anxious it might be, and focus on healing from this ending. Okay, focus on healing this ending, and don't worry, and do your best to not focus on the anxiety of what you've been enlightened about, and focus on combining two things, and don't really give no attention to how it's come out. Just keep moving in your truth and in your individuality. The second card that you get is full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So know that the end of a tough cycle is approaching, if it hasn't already approached. So, with this new beginning and following your intuition. The last Moonology card that you get from Mother Moon is full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So look at the bigger picture. Know that things, and notice how everything is played out in that bigger picture, and focus on what's best for you and your highest good. So it's pretty straightforward message. So, with that being said, I hope this helps. I'll be back for your mid-month in July. And until next time.